Okay, why did Teresa not want Ethan to know that JT was here tonight with you, no less?
That's a good question. I mean, it was her whole raison d'etre in Rome.
Exactly. And now she's acting like Ethan finding JT would ruin her life and not ours. How weird is that?
It is very strange. I mean, considering JT is the one that could totally blow us out of the water by naming us as the ones who told him about Ethan's paternity secret.
I mean, he would leave me in a minute if he knew. He'd be back with Teresa before I even got the first "I'm sorry" out of my mouth. So why is she so desperate to keep them apart? Plus, what she was talking about before, about her being able to get Ethan back, but the price is too high. I mean, what price is too high? Ethan has this all figured out. I mean, Teresa learned something from JT in Rome that stopped her dead in her tracks from pursuing Ethan. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the same reason she named Ethan in charge of Crane Industries in her will if something ever happened to her. So what could it be?
You said it yourself. The only way we're going to find out is to worm it out of JT.
Maybe we'd already know what it is if you would have spent more time talking to JT and less time acting like an animal in heat, which I don't even want to think about.
Well, you know, there is nothing wrong with having some good, energetic sex. Besides, what we were doing out on that ledge, oh, honey, let me tell you, it was thrilling.
I know. I heard everything, remember?
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. So I'll help you find JT. Why don't you go that way?
Oh.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Let's not BS each other here, okay? I'm doing the same thing you are. Looking for JT Cornell. Cat got your tongue?
You admit it, huh? You admit you're looking for JT Cornell.
Teresa, come on. Lose the fake shock, all right? Now tell me, why did you not want Ethan to know JT was on the ledge with my mother tonight?
How do you know I even saw?
My mother told me you were staring straight at them with no mistaking who she was with. Now, why would you pass up the chance that you've practically given your life for to cover for them? Because you've always believed that if you could prove our connection to JT, you'd get Ethan back. So what's changed?
Nothing has changed, Gwen.
Really? Because now you're looking for JT, but instead of wanting to put him face to face with Ethan, you want to keep Ethan away from him. Why on earth are you passing up this chance to destroy my marriage? Is Ethan right? Did you learn something from JT in Rome that made you stop wanting to destroy my marriage? You did. You did. That is why you were covering for JT in front of Ethan tonight. You're afraid if Ethan knows he's here that he's going to confront him and JT may spill more than one secret about us.
You don't know what you're talking about, Gwen.
Oh, it must be pretty damn major for you to throw away the trump card you have in your hand.
You know, I'm not going to have this conversation with you, Gwen.
Oh, well, hey, I'm going to have it with you. Teresa, what is so huge that you would throw away a lifetime with Ethan to protect? Oh, I'm going to find JT. And let me tell you, if I find him before you do, I'm going to get him to tell me. And don't think I'm not going to use it to bring you down once and for all.
As usual, you're way off base, Gwen.
Oh, I don't think so, Teresa. I know how much you still love Ethan. I heard you tell him so. And I also know how desperately you wanted to convince him that my mother and I tipped the tabloids about his real paternity.
Because you did, Gwen.
You were so driven to get him face to face with JT so he'd hear the truth, you were willing to risk anything. Now you're frantically trying to keep Ethan apart from JT? You know Ethan would leave me in a New York minute if he knew the truth.
Well, I used to think that, Gwen, and now I'm not so sure.
Really?
I know how much he respects the vows that he took with you in church. Even if I could prove that you were the one who stabbed him in the back, Gwen, I think he's capable of forgiving you and actually moving on.
Huh. Maybe. So you think that if you use your ace and it doesn't work out the way you want, your whole life's gonna go up in smoke? Or is it something bigger? Is it something much more explosive that could destroy your life? What on earth could be more important to you than trying to get back with Ethan?
You know, I think you should drop this for everyone's sake.
You know, I might, if I didn't hate you so much, but God, you've really made me so curious, I just have to find out.
Well, you know what my mother always said, you should be careful what you wish for.
You know what my mother always said? Payback's a bitch. Too bad. I'm going with my instincts on this one, Teresa, and they're telling me that you are scared to death of something that JT knows, something you are desperate he not tell Ethan.
You know what? You should believe what you want. It's your life. Knock yourself out.
Huh, I'm going to throw myself into finding JT, which actually shouldn't be too hard considering he's like a dog in heat when it comes to my mother, so no doubt he'll be coming around real soon. You know, for once, my mother's sex life may actually be an asset if it helps me bring you down.
So you're absolutely certain that JT knows something that Teresa is afraid of?
Oh, you should have seen her face. I mean, of course, Teresa denied everything, but her big doe eyes gave her away. Whatever JT knows, she is terrified for Ethan to find out.
Meaning it must be very explosive.
Yep. Meaning with that ammunition, I will never have to worry about Teresa messing with my marriage again.